Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Lauren Phelps Designs had their semi-annual sale and I had been hearing some pretty good things about their planners, so I decided to pick up some. I might have went a little crazy and bought quite a few because, well, I had been eyeing them for a few weeks, and then when her sale came along, she had bundles for a lot of stuff. So she bundled covers along with the planner for the price of just the planner. So we're gonna dive into that. I think we're gonna check out her planners, test the paper, and I'm gonna have to make some decisions on whether or not I want to use one of these for the second half of 2025. This is packaged very securely. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! Oh, that's cute. This must be one of her handmade stickers. Let's see if I can keep them. The tissue paper is really pretty too. It has these gentle, delicate florals. Oh, wow. I did not expect it to look like this. Okay, so this is the Plan Dream notebook in the passport size. I didn't know they would come in little cardboard boxes. That's so pretty. They have like a vintage ephemera look to them. Oh, let's get this box out of the way. I think this is the A6. Oh my gosh. This one is the TN standard. And then finally, oh my gosh, it's big. The A5. Oh wow, okay. Then we have some packaging, and then we've got things that came with the planner bundle during the sale. Wow, this is packaged very nicely. I'm impressed. Oh, there is a receipt on the back with my address on there, so I'll take that out first. And then here we go. It's so pretty and very smooth. She has these like folders, very beautiful, gold foiled Lauren Phelps design. The only planners that I got covers for were the two TNs because I already have covers for A5 and A6, and I just wanted something that could help me keep it in my passport TN and my standard TN covers, and I was hoping that these would help. What is this? Be fearlessly authentic. Lauren Phelps design, washi tape stickers, planners, and accessories. It's a little business card. Behind the brand, Lauren Phelps design, washi tape, stickers, planners, accessories. Started 10 years ago in Lauren's bedroom, grown to a full-time business. Oh, wonderful. For the love of washi. They do subscription boxes for washi, I believe. Our services include washi tape, ephemera, planners, vinyl covers, tip and tape, accessories. Very cute. This is what I wanted. The Tomoe River paper planners. Line too long? Make us a list and we will get your items for you. Scan code below to reference the full available inventory. I wonder if they were using these during their little craft fest in Texas, the Stationery festival, because that's how I learned about them. I listened to the Stationery Cafe podcast, and they were talking about Lauren Phelps Designs planners and how they might have the original Tomoe River paper. I'm not fully sure. If you go on their website, it says we have the good paper. And I asked her through stories when she was doing her semi-annual sale what paper was in these planners, and she responded with, I should have taken a screenshot because I don't remember, but it said like 2023 Tomoe Gawa paper. So I can't remember what exactly that means. It might be machine number 9 instead of machine number 7. We don't know. But I bought 4 of her planners to test out. I think I'm only going to test out one of them, but I just got really excited about the potential of having like good Tomoe River paper from the past. So I went a little nuts. Okay, Lauren Phelps design multi-function pencil board. Measure down to the millimeter. Perfectly lay out any tabs with this helpful guide. Passport size, clear design, protect your pages when writing with your favorite pen. Nice. So the planner bundles, they came with the planner, a cover, and a pencil board. So that's what this is. And it's just this clear plastic piece with a little bit of a ruler. And I do like this. This helps you line out your planner tabs. So that's neat. We have another one for the standard TN size. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little off. I have been fighting some mystery cough with no other symptoms, so it's just weird. I don't know if it's allergies. This is really tiny, but I'm pretty sure this is for the Passport TN. Oh, it's so cute. And this is for the regular size TN. We have 3 pockets on the one side and an extra large pocket, and then there's that. I really wanted her really fancy TN insert plastic cover thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, they created this plastic cover insert to basically override the whole TN system of using the elastic bands, and you were able to fit up to like 4 TNs in your leather cover. So I really wanted one of those, but I decided not to get one because if I'm going to use one of her planners, then I don't need extra inserts probably. I guess we'll start with the Passport. This is really neat. I definitely was not planning on filming today, but it is now June 30th and it arrived exactly on June 30th, which is perfect because there are 2 planners in my lineup that I'm not carrying over. Actually, maybe 3 planners that I'm not carrying over to the second half of this year. Let me just zoom in on this. It's very, very pretty. Live Plan Dream Notebook, LP Passport, passport size 125 by 90. Fits their soft vinyl covers, reinforced leatherette exterior for sleek durability, thread-bound signatures for lay flat design, 150 GSM speckled paper interior, 392 pages of 52 GSM smooth white Tomoe River paper, 4mm dot grid, 12 undated calendars, and a page spacing guide and a tab reference guide. Okay, so like I was saying, there are multiple planners that are just not working out for me this year, and I need to film like a Techokagi mid-year, but basically, I don't know, they're just not working. And I know there's enough pages in here for a full year, but maybe I can probably fill them up in half a year. We'll see. But I thought I had to rip this open. I just realized that I think it can slip out because there's the spine. It's so pretty. Are they all the same color? I think they are. Oh wow, that's beautiful. It's like this very calm beige color, like a fake leather. Reminds me of sterling ink. The spine is a little wavy, but that's okay. And then you can definitely see where the threading is. It's really cute. And it smells like fresh paper. Okay, so we have Passport LP, and then there's the speckled pages. I hate breaking in my notebooks and breaking the spine, but I know people love doing it because they like their planners to lay flat. It's just when there's a new book in my hands, I hate cracking the spine because I wanted to preserve the newness forever, but we can't do that because we want to use this. So here's the speckled paper, very pretty. Oh, what's this? It says, "Hello, beautiful," and it has a beautiful line art. Flower, Live, Plan, Dream, Passport Notebook. And then we have the monthly empty grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's 12. Was that 12? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 by 7. So that gives us 42 days, which we don't need that many, but it gives you enough room to do those 5-week spreads and stuff like that. And then we don't have numbered pages. I don't need numbered pages, but across the top, there are little ticker marks to help you kind of divide the page down, so you could make 4 columns, and then 1, 2, 3, you can make 4 rows. You can also just divide it in half, so that's very nice. The grid is nice and faint. It's not too invisible, which I actually kind of like, but it's not as dark as a Hobonichi, I don't think. Let me check. These were the closest ones to me, so we'll just go into this. These are the plotter grids. They're 2 millimeters and they're super tiny. Here's Lauren Phelps. So they're darker than the plotter. Here's the Hobonichi Weeks, which is numbered. So the Hobonichi, I think, has darker lines. Just a tad. They are pretty much the same as the Hobonichi. Hobonichi uses like dashes, and she uses dots as the outline of the boxes. Okay, pretty good so far. Oh, here's the back. There is the grid spacing page. So if you are into bullet journaling, you know people like to count out the number of squares on their page so that they can evenly draw out their layouts. And here's the tab spacing guideline, and then here is just the spacing guideline for how you want to do your pages. So it looks like across at the top there's 1 to 20, and then from top to bottom there's 1 to 29. I try to keep it pretty, but I don't think I will end up using it realistically because it just, I don't know. It's so much time that I don't really have. But it's thoughtful that she included it because I know like Amanda Rachel Lee showed us how she lays out her bullet journals, and I remember her doing like the counting the grid spaces. So there's that. This is the passport, and it's so cute. What I wanted to know is if the notebook will fit in the TN. So I know these covers are for her notebooks, but will it fit in the TN? Let's feed this through. I always hate bending the covers, but you have to, and they will get used and abused anyways. So, oh my gosh, it's so pretty, so smooth. With this plastic cover on, we have one pocket here. This can be a pocket as well, and so can the back. Let me grab my Passport TN. This is my Passport Traveler's Company notebook in the camel color. It has definitely seen some wear because I used to carry this in my purse, and I even got ink on it. And then I stopped using it this year. And I actually won't use this cover for this notebook, but we're just gonna use it as an example for now. Right now I have the green band on there, and I also have this adorable little Bulbasaur charm, and then a little paper clip, but we've got a pencil board, my sticker book. We're just gonna take it all out because this is not the layout that I want. DIY, what do you call it? I don't know, insert that I could use for my pencil loop, pen loop. I cut up one of these so that I could use it like this. Oh, I forgot I taped it down using the bookmark. We are not using this layout, so I'm okay with just deconstructing it. Here's what I really want to know is, will this fit in here? Because that's kind of what I bought it for. What I didn't want to do was like split the notebook in half and feed this through because I just don't like that. And it looks like you can't do it with the plastic cover on there. But what we can see, and what my plan was for buying this clear cover, was to feed this through so that I can use it. I know she makes other covers, but I can't remember if it was that TN refill thing that I was telling you about that has a notch so you don't run into this problem. But I wanted to do this. The reason I got this cover was because it came with the planner bundle and because I thought this would work, but it does not, I don't think. Which is a little bit of a bummer because I don't really like having the rope just go down the center of the notebook. Gosh, this is harder than I thought. It's okay, you guys. These notebooks can handle it. All right, so this is what it's like with the rope, the string running through the back. Yikes. There we go. That's a tad bit better. Okay, so kind of like that. It's definitely stressing the plastic there. So I don't think we can do this. And there is gonna be overhang. Dang. I mean, I could notch it, but then there's still that overhang problem. Okay, let's take it back out. So you can see it's already bent the top and bottom. So if I just split it like at the midpoint or close to a midpoint, I think that's actually pretty close to middle, and then we feed it through the string of the TN. I think there's always gonna be a little bit of overhang because this is such a thick book, whereas the Passport TNs, they're like this thick, you know? I did just bend the corner too. This is not good. I mean, I think her product is fine. It's just my wishes of what I wanted to do are different. Is that gonna bother me? I think it'll be okay. Let's just put this through. I don't know what to say. It's okay. It's okay like this. I'm okay with it like this. I don't think putting these other inserts around it's gonna help because it's already monopolized the entire traveler's notebook. So it's just gonna push it out further, the overhang. We just put that there. I mean, I think slipping stuff in will be fine, but I don't think using it like I would like it to be used is going to work out the way I want it to. But here's the thing. I might still just use it in a TN cover because I like having the leather more than the plastic. Even though the plastic doesn't feel bad, I actually kind of like it. But I really wanted an excuse to use a Passport TN this season. By that I mean like for the leather. So we'll see what I want to do with that. We can maybe do a pen test. Should we do it in here? Do you want to see the other notebooks? I mean, I think they're all the same, but let's do a pen test in this one first, and then we can reassess. Maybe I'll just do the pen test in here, and then that'll help me decide later on if I even want to use this in a leather or not. How do I want to do this? I think I want to use this page. I have a big handful of pens, and I picked a pink theme because I kind of felt like Lauren Phelps designs was more blush pink, and I'm gonna do that. I don't think there's actually enough room to do it on one page, so we'll do it on the last two pages. I want to do it on the standard TN, but we already have the Passport TN open, so this is okay. Here we have Crayola Super Tips. This is also telling me that this TN's gonna fill up quickly because I write really big. This is an Ohuhu marker. I made a video a few months ago for this. Ohuhu Poupe. I'm gonna do multiple passes just to see. The Ohuhu marker picked up a little bit of paper, but so far it feels pretty good. I didn't even feel it compared to my Hobonichis. This is the Weeks from 2025, so this is Sanzen. Here is a Hobonichi grid notebook from the original Tomoe River paper. This feels thicker than this, but I think someone said Hobonichi was always using like 47. I wonder if this is machine 9. My Hobonichi paper feels really smooth. This one's also really smooth, but not as smooth, and I think the texture is thicker. It's 52 GSM because the Good Ink Impressions, remember that? This one was 68 GSM when we did those pen tests last year. Feeling the paper. It almost has that same type of feel to it. So I think this one's 68 GSM and this one is 52. This one's machine number 9. So I think that might also be machine 9. And then this one I think is machine 7. But it's hard to say because the Hobonichi paper is the only Tomoe River that I have. Well, I have loose leaf. I don't think I have it with me, but this GSM might be thinner, and then this is a little thicker. Anyway, it's fine. It doesn't matter as long as it feels good when I'm journaling. I know you're not supposed to start your paint pens directly on the page, but we don't follow rules here. This is the Archer and Olive paint pen. Normally I use the Posca, but I didn't feel like it. So this is the Archer and Olive Acrylograph. I haven't used these in a year at least. I should get back into using them. I don't know if the pen test is big enough, but Zebra Mild Liner. I know some people were having issues with the newest Hobonichi paper. Even mild liners were bleeding through. This is the Le Pen from Marvi Uchida. The tips are pretty much gone on these ones, but I used to really like them. We have a Sakura Glaze Jelly Roll Gel Pen. If I remember correctly, that's what these are called. Well, you guys, it's been a few years since I've used one of these, so we're just not going to. It's also been a few years since I've used a Bic highlighter. I don't know why I like hate these now. Well, it's not that I hate them, but because zebra and mild liners were so trendy, I always felt like these reminded me of school. But it's almost the same color, so interesting how marketing affects our minds. This is a no-name generic metallic pen. Metallic, it just has that kind of effect to it. And we have a Papermate. Wow, this is really old. Papermate highlighter. Okay, Tombow brush pen, dual. Let's do like 10 passes. Okay, after a few passes, it does pick up some of the paper fibers. Tombow, dual brush. And then finally, a Sharpie paint pen. We will start this one. Ooh, we are testing the capabilities of this paper, so I'm spreading it way too much. It's getting worse. Okay, Sharpie. Oh, I think this pen is old. Oh my god, I just splattered ink all over my table. Hold on. This Sharpie is a water-based paint pen. I thought it was oil-based. I don't even know why I try to use all these old pens. We're gonna give up on that one. So we're gonna transition to using silver. Now I know this one never works on any paper. This one is called Deco Color, and it is a very intense, like, oil-based paint marker from Marvi Uchida as well. Now I'm gonna get into like blacks. This is the uni Jetstream that you get from the Hobonichi website itself when you order planners. I'm not the biggest fan of this pen because it just writes too thin of a line, but I can see why people like it because it supposedly works in their Hobonichi planners, and you can also write very small in their grid. So I'm gonna call it the Hobonichi pen. Uni Jetstream. I think it was like 0.3, but I'm not fully sure. This one I got recently. It's super cute. I bought it at Miniso, and it has one of those Sanrio characters on there. I don't know how to say their name though, because I keep saying it wrong. Pochaco. Pochaco. Anyways, this is actually a very nice gel pen that I picked up recently. And I know, like, I shouldn't be buying any more different kind of pens because I have a ridiculous number of fountain pens and inks to go through, but I was just craving the simplicity of a retractable pen that I didn't have to worry about. And I know there's like the knockoff Vanishing Points. I have the Mahjong and I don't really like it, but I don't know, sometimes when you're writing with fountain pens, you're always using intention and trying not to like smush your nib into the page. Recently, I haven't been able to deal with that. So it's just a little bit of a relief to use a gel pen. But it is a very thin barrel, so I can already feel myself gripping it really tightly again, like I used to do with my gel pens, which is why I always will prefer fountain pens more. Of course, we can't forget about the Sakura Pigma Microns, because everybody seems to love these. Oh, I smeared the Sharpie. It's okay. These are like permanent markers, kinda. And I don't use them as often as I should. Sakura Move the Paperclip Micron. This is in the 10 size. Oh no. That's the only one that I wrote on a second line, but the Sharpie already threw us off, so it doesn't matter. We have the Tombow Fudenosuke. I love these. I used to use these all the time, but once I switched to fountain pens, it's almost like I gave up on all my other pens. I should get back into using these, at least for headers and stuff. They're really good with calligraphy because they're easy to use, because this is the hard tip one. They sell them with the soft tip sometimes. They're like the green version, and I don't really like that one as much because it's hard to control. Fudenosuke. This is a Pigma Sakura brush pen. It is lighter than the Tombow. Sakura Pigma B. I ruined the brush a few years ago when I was trying to do calligraphy. We have a pencil. Pencil, to me, on Tomoe River is not very good because it glides too much on the page. I think I like my pencil to have some friction when I'm writing. I don't know why. This is a Pentel Graph Gear 500. Oof. Oh, we can erase. Okay, we can't erase with this pen, so never mind. I'm too lazy to get an eraser right now. Unless we have one right here. We do! We have my little Mount Fuji eraser. I don't know if you guys know about these, but if you erase enough, it's supposed to give you the shape of Mount Fuji, like that. They're super cute. Pentel Graph Gear 500. Last but not least, we are going to do the fountain pens. I'm gonna do one fountain pen and then I'm gonna do a big ink swatch. I should probably use Jacques Herbin Emerald de Chevoir so you can see all the ink qualities and stuff, but I'm too lazy right now and the pink aesthetic is calling to me. Pink, purple, and black. And because of that, I think I'll pick a different kind of ink that can still represent what we're looking for. Otherwise, I might pull out the Jacques Herbin, who knows. Sailor Pro Gear Slim with a 21 karat nib. This was Sailor 335. Now let's find some fountain pen ink. I'm gonna try Wearing Gold Pride and Prejudice because it has a beautiful gold sheen to it when you have good paper. And I'm pretty sure this will show up. Okay, Wearing Gold Pride and Prejudice. Now, I know in my Hobonichi notebooks, the ink actually does ghost, but it does not bleed through. I know people were getting upset thinking that the old Tomoe River paper did wonders and wonders, and it did in the sense that it never broke through the page. To me, ghosting is like where you can see it through the other side, but bleed through is where it bleeds through the page onto the page below it. And I felt like Tomoe River paper in my Hobonichi, when I did big swatches, pretty much always ghosted, but never really bled through. And I was always very, very pleased with how well it could hold like a puddle of ink and not transfer it to any other pages. So let me see if I can puddle the ink again. Do we want to use Pelikan Edelstein to keep it with the pink, or should I try to find a shimmer? I mean, shimmer will still show up. I decided that I needed to sacrifice the aesthetic of my page for the importance of using the ink that I have been using in all of my pen test videos. So here we have Jacques Herbin Emerald de Chevoir, and I'm going to splatter the page with it and we'll find out if it can handle it. Let's just go and generously apply an alarming amount of ink. I think that's good. We have a puddle forming now, so it's impossible to use this ink without getting it on your hands too. I'm making such a mess, but we love inky messes, right? So this one is, okay, I gotta be careful. Jacques Herbin Emerald de Chevoir. I'm scared. I'm gonna do something stupid. I just know it. I'm gonna let this dry and come back. This is kind of what I was talking about. This is my ink journal with the original Tomoe River paper from Hobonichi. So here's what Wearing Gold Pride and Prejudice should look like. It has a gold sheen and a heavy-handed swatch does ghost, but it does not bleed through. Am I using those terms correctly? That's what it means to me. I mean, I guess some people say ghosting is like you can see the text, but to me, I guess bleed through is relative. It bled through this page, but it did not transfer to this page. And to me, that's important because if I were to put this ink on copy paper, it would have bled through like to 3 pages. To me, what mattered more is the writing experience when I was long form journaling. So if anything, I should try it in the A5, but I'm a little tired of A5 right now, so I don't know. But here is what the Jack Herbon should look like. We should see this teal color with red sheen and gold shimmer and a bit of shading as well. And then that's what it looks like with nothing on this page. And then when I did the good ink impressions, I swear I'm gonna do something stupid if I don't move this out of the way. So when I did good ink impressions, when I did that video, I had an inky disaster. I remember that. But I remember doing this fountain pen ink swatch, and it was really good. Look. So, no, Tomoe River paper is not some magic unicorn paper, but I was impressed with how you could apply water to the page and it wouldn't soak through multiple pages. And I think people kind of forget that's kind of the thing. And also I like how smooth your pens show up on there. Like sometimes if I have a pen that's running low on ink on other paper, I'll use it in my Tomoe River paper notebooks, the nice Tomoe River paper notebooks. And it makes the pen write for longer. It like revives its almost empty ink life, and then I can still write for another page. Whereas on regular ones, I think they just absorb too much ink. Oh, nope, see, I waited too long. Let's just mop it up so I don't get it seeping through the spine. But yeah, what I wanted essentially was for it to saturate it as much as possible, and then we could kind of see what was going on. But I knew I was gonna end up mopping it, so. Okay, let's check out this. So the only thing that we can really see, it's not bad, although the Hoo Hoo marker and the Archer and Olive paint pen, you can kind of see them. And then Le Pen, this is the metallic marker, that's pretty good. The Sharpie paint pen where I layered it on is coming through, but everything else is pretty good. Let's try this up. I don't want an inky disaster, but I think we are getting as close to a comparison as we can. Sakura, Tombow, etc. See if I can bend the page. Bam. Nice. Well, I don't know what to say because a lot of people are upset about bleed through in the sense of like what I call ghosting, but the old Tomoe River paper did that if you laid a heavy enough swatch down. However, writing can't really see. But like I said, for me the experience is a couple things. Number one, it not contaminating the page after, and number two, it's showing all the color properties, and it is. It has the gold sheen on that wear angle, and it has the gold shimmer and the red sheen and the shading on this page for the Jack Herbon. And one more thing is the crinkle. I think I like it. I don't know what kind of Tomoe River paper she has, but it's definitely not Sanzen. I could feel that when I was writing. And I'm kind of glad that I splurged on 4 of these notebooks to last me some time. I do still kind of think the Hobonichi original is the best. It's too bad we will never get it again, so we have to find alternatives. And then I don't even know if the Lauren Phelps, see, like, there was always this ghosting, you know? So I looked it up, and according to the internet, ghosting is when you can see the like outline of the words through the page, but bleeding is when it's coming through the page. So what would it be if it's on the 3rd page? I would call that like transfer, maybe. I guess it depends on what you are interested in. I was doing some reflection because people were upset about Sanzen and how it bleeds through. But I think it's like bleeding through when you're writing. That's the major issue. Bleeding through when you're doing big ink swatches should kind of be expected for almost any paper. Yeah. Anyway, I should go. But do you want me to open up the other ones? I was going to, but now I don't feel like it. Because most likely you'll get the same experience. Let me open up one other one so that I can feel the paper and make sure it's good. Or maybe I'll just open up all of them. Yeah, let me wash my hands first. I'm back. I have created such a mess on my desk. That would be a cute title, Mess on My Desk. We have our ink that's still drying over there. Do I want to open all of them? I mean, I believe her if she says it has the same paper. I don't think I want to open the A5. I might open the TN because I want to see if that one fits in the standard TN size. So here's the thing about standard TN. I always called it regular size because by the time I had joined, I think Midori or Traveler's Company rebranded it to call it regular, but everybody's used to calling it standard, or standard from something else, like another company. I don't know. It's like Christmas though, opening these. So beautiful. I don't mind that they're all the same color. I think it's so cute that they come in a sleeve. And at first I was like, oh, you can keep them in the sleeve after you're done, but I don't think you can because I'm gonna bulk mine up with ephemera, writing, and everything. But that's the beauty of these notebooks. Oh, that's the back. Oh, ew. Oh, what happened? Do you see that? I don't know if it was shoved in the box poorly, but I don't like that. I don't think oh wow, the faux leather has been picked up a little bit. I wish my camera would cooperate. Come on. Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer. It's not gonna go back down because I think it was like glued. Oh well. I plan on putting it in the TN cover, the blue one. I think if I paid full price for that, I might be a little upset. But I'm okay because it was during our sale and I'm sure it's fine. So it fits in there, but we'll have to do it through that like rope trick. We'll have to thread it through and ta-da! So that one fits better. Like there's no overhang there. What the heck? That one fits so nice. Maybe the dimensions are just a little off for the passport. Gosh, it's such a mess over here. Oh, this is the pencil board, but obviously it fits. I think it actually sticks up past it. Yeah, so that you can mark your page. Do you see that? That's kind of nice. And then what else? I feel like this blue is gonna transfer onto here, but we can't really use the cover. Can't really use this because it won't fit. It might for this one. The heck? All right, let me move the passport. Let's feed this through first. Yeah, it's not going to. You see that? If we notched it, it might be able to. I could do that, but we'll see first if it's even worth it. It's definitely giving me sterling ink notebook vibes. I'm sure everybody who made Tomoe River paper journals, planners, kind of have the same feeling to it, but I only know the sterling ink one. I feel so bad bending these covers. They'll get bent eventually. Oh, so the clear cover extends a little bit past, but it would fit very nicely actually. So there's just something wrong with my passport. It would fit pretty nicely, a little annoying in the back, but yeah, I would just have to make a notch in the plastic. So if I want to use this, I might actually do that because then this gets protected. The beautiful beige cover gets protected. The clear cover is already collecting dust. Okay, so that one is the Passport TN. Let's try to gently put this back in and not scrape up any more of the cover. That wasn't me, I don't think it was. I think it came like that. And that is kind of a bummer because I think all of her packaging is very beautiful. But if that's what caused it, then that's no fun. Let's open up the rest to see if the other ones had that. And because, why not? Well, let me know in the comments if you guys have tried this planner. My one struggle with it is that it's undated. I actually prefer dated things and it's been a little rough. I do like that she has the months on there, but really all I have to do is go through and date it myself. And then the other thing is, because they're undated and because we don't know when Hobonichi or Tomoe River or whatever Sanzen is gonna get their manufacturing together so that we could have nice paper, you can kind of buy these notebooks and stock up in case you really do miss the paper. This cover is pretty neat and clean. I like it. This is the A6 and they all have the same type of layout. Pretty good. I did not load up on A6 sized notebooks with the old paper, so maybe I should get another. No, no, we should not hoard things. Even if you're stockpiling for the future. Is there something wrong with that mentality? Probably, but I just enjoy writing on the nicest paper I can find. But it would be good to see some of the other paper. I've heard like Hemlock and Oak came out with something. Wonderland 222. He's coming out with something in 2026. So people are trying. It's just that so far my favorite has been the OG Tomoe River, and I don't know if this is, it's not Sanzen. I don't know if it's like the Hobonichi paper. It's a little different because it's thicker by a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think I won't have too many problems planning in it and journaling in it. I never really had problems planning, but it's when I'm long form journaling that it kind of gets annoying, when I can feel the extra abrasiveness on my sailor nibs. That feels good. This almost feels close to Hobonichi. Am I going crazy? No, this is still a little thicker, and that's a little thinner, and this is thick. But yeah, go check them out. I've been following Lauren on Instagram, and she seems really nice. I don't know her, but through her stories, she seems really friendly, and she still has some stock of these notebooks. I don't know how much. I'm not affiliated. I don't know how many notebooks she has left. I think right before the semi-annual sale, she mentioned having like 200 left. So she'll run out eventually, and I would be sad. Especially if I get into one of these and I really end up liking them. I think I might go and buy some more. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna definitely use one of these for the next few months. And then hopefully by 2026, we'll have an idea of like what we wanna do and what we wanna use. And if I wanna buy more. This is not terrible now. Let me take this out. So this is just the planner and the cover. Do you see this? Why is the planner hanging out? But when I put it in the blue cover for the standard DN, it didn't. Maybe this leather is not as smooth and soft. Like it definitely has its own personality. So I think I might, I'm not gonna keep it in this cover, but I might put it in another TN cover. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped you. Maybe if you've ever tested out this brand, let me know in the comments below what your experience was. But maybe you are enabled to want to go and purchase some of her notebooks too. I am definitely super excited to have good paper in my hands. And I think it was so funny that on her website, it says, "We have the good paper." So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy planning. Bye.